Hello, guys, and welcome back to Chris Baraka and family. There is quite some shocking expose from Erica, but then again, it goes in line with a certain prophecy that Celestial had previously shared about. So I just want to play for you just to have a look, and then I'll let you know exactly on the focal point because there is um, there is some interview now that's going to be testimonial that's actually it's going to be a real person testimonial. The reason why I'm saying a real person testimonial is that I'm working at it, probably just having him on this right set if he could come and join me on the studio, because it's going to shock you, that conversation, because he used to be a mermaid. This person used to be a mermaid. So I'm working towards that interview just to get them on the studio so that we can have a one-on-one conversation about the same. Actually, just let me know if that's something that you can be interested to get to hear. And if you are, let me know some of the questions that probably you'll like I feature. Trust you me, I'll include them. Just write if there are a couple of them, just write 1, 2, 3, and then just list them. So I'll have that. And as I'm doing that interview, I'll get to play for you very, very soon. I'll get to play for you very soon. So just make sure you stay tuned. But first of all, let us lay a foundation to this. Just listen to what Erica is saying here.
See is 100% human. There are some people that are not everyone that we see is 100% human. There are some people that are not 100% human. There are some people that are hybrid. There are people who have entered into covenant with the kingdom of darkness and they have had children that God forbid us to have. So my mom took me to a single sex school, and that's where I met that friend that I spoke about in some documentary, who was a sorcerer, and the uncle had initiated him. The uncle of that lady, he had entered into a covenant with the marine kingdom, and he dedicated her there, and she had children in the marine kingdom. This girl, whenever I would go to the beach, I found out that she knew the DJs knew her, and she introduced me to one Kenyan celebrity who is also not 100% human. Yeah, and he's popular, but he's not talented. His music is in the millions of views, but when you listen to his music, it doesn't make sense. People have been hearing of stories of those things at the coast, people that half fish, half human, and they think it's just stories, but these things are real. These beings exist. I think the enemy had wired me to promote the other agenda, the homosexuality agenda. Those days I was like a tomboy. I just started wearing heels and dresses after giving my life to Jesus. They started now taking me to that life of partying, going to clubs. I would see that girl going out with men, coming back, and she would come back and laugh and say, I have killed that one. He doesn't know he's enjoying, he doesn't know he's dead. He's a dead walking person. There are times when uh, people would die. They wake up and find bodies floating on that beach. That is sacrifice. There are portals on Lake Victoria. There is a time, even on that same lake, where a boat capsized and hundreds of people died.
Those are gates.
The girls who are
There are
looking
gates
for
there.
rich men, if you don't know the source of that wealth, then don't be so excited. You might be the sacrifice. And then my mind was not erased. That's what I thank God for, because they have the ability of erasing and either making somebody to lose their mind or to erase what they saw. But God has preserved that knowledge so that He can help His people to escape the traps of the enemy.
The problem is that once you take this thing, you're no longer 100% human. You're a hybrid now. And that's why, really, the name of this documentary is Hybrids.
Yeah, so that reminds me of a certain prophecy that I'll be sharing with you. But just to give you a brief, is that Erica used to be a witch. Currently, she repented, renounced that lifestyle, so she's no longer a witch. So she's been exposing the dark of the camp that she was previously in. That's why you can hear her sharing such kind of information with a lot of accurate detail from what actually transpired right there. So this reminds me of this prophecy. And also, I'm telling you, there is an interview that I'm bringing up soon. It's going to be something, I'm telling you. So this reminds me
The
of
final part of this prophecy. The mermaids will come out of the sea and walk among you. They will change their skin. They will change their color to your colors, to look more human, to be accepted by humanity. But you will know what they are. They will allow themselves to be seen. They will allow themselves to be photographed for the first time. They will show themselves to people, and the world will split. This was capital letters, over the coming of the last days Nephilim to live among men. So I shared, I think I only have one comprehensive prophecy on mermaids, the Nephilim of the sea. These creatures are extremely savage. They are extremely cunning. They manifest in physical form, meaning that it is possible to touch one, but they also traffic highly in the world today as spirits. These are marine entities, marine spirits. These are Nephilim of the waters, and they are extremely dangerous. They bring forth very much sexual promiscuity into the world. You're having trouble with getting your sexuality straight. You think that you're a man and when you're really a woman, or you think that you're a woman when you're really a man. Marine spirits and the ideology of the fallen ones are behind that. They cause great proliferation of sexual sin in the earth because of the growth of human sexuality bubbling out of its place, meaning that people don't want to restrain themselves. People just want to have all the sex in the world. They don't want to get married. Marriage is becoming obsolete in the world. People don't actually see why they should have to get married to have sex. They don't see why they should deny themselves any pleasure. After all, you only live once. This is the mindset that Satan puts in people because, like I said, the lake of fire is still accepting applications, and Satan is making sure that humanity fills all the applications, not some. He wants to go to the lake, all. That is his goal. God's goal is some, because God knows that not all people are wise and not all people will choose life, even though life and death is being put before us all in these end times every day. The ending you choose is 100% your choice. If you go to hell, you will not be able to blame God. Those were the choices you made, the life you lived. It will be all you. And so God says they will come out of the sea and walk among you. And I did have such a clear vision on, it was June sometime in 2021. That prophecy is definitely 2 years old. I might read a little bit from it because it's part of my notes. It's not for publication. He says that they will come out of the sea among us and walk among us. I've shared in the old prophecy that mermaids are fully fish in the water, and then they can transform to have legs here on earth. This is when they are taking their tangible form. When they come out of the water and have legs, they are stunning men and women. Understand this. They are not coming to be among us to look like us. They surpass human beauty. But yet when you see them in their true form, you will understand why God says they change their skin. The way they really look is light blue, medium blue, dark blue, just like we look light, very light, Caucasian, and then we look light brown, medium brown, different shades of olive and tan. That is how their skin color varies, but it is a blue hue. Yet when they come on Earth, they change the colors to look more human, to be accepted by humanity. So they adopt our shades because blue people will be very easily noticed by us. Yet God says, you will know who they are. He was talking to me. I represent the group of people who have spiritual discernment. When God is saying these things, he's not just speaking exclusively to me. He's speaking to all his children who have learned to increase their discernment. He's speaking to all his children that on top of using your eyes and ears wisely, on top of spiritual discernment that God gives you, there is a top level of protection. And do you want to know what that level of protection is? That level of protection is that you fully belong to God, and he will never let you enter a trap like copulating, sleeping with a mermaid.
Yo, so these things coming into planet Earth, just think about it. You're hanging around thinking these are just people, but they're not 100% people. So I'll be sharing that interview very, very soon. So let me know the questions you'd like me to ask, because that is going to be an expose of one of these, let me call them hybrids. Yeah, let me call them hybrids. So stay blessed. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section.